Okay, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our Lunar New Year guided drawing with Rozzie Lee. My name is Carly. I'm so excited to see all 240 classes who have signed up for today's workshop. And if you're not joining us today, you're joining us another day during the week. Amazing. That is so exciting, and I can't wait to see what you have worked on. Before we get started, I just wanted to take a quick second to acknowledge that we here in Alberta are gathered on the traditional territories of the the traditional territories of Treaty 6, 7, and 8, as well as the many regions of the Métis people. I encourage you all as a class or as a family to take a minute and acknowledge and be grateful for the land that you're on today. If you have any questions as we're going through, please feel free to put them in the YouTube chat and I will get them to Rozzie right away. Without further ado, I'm going to turn you right over to Rozzie. Have fun.
Hi, everybody. Thank you, Carly, for the wonderful introduction. I'm so happy to be here with you guys today. So everyone knows that the Lunar New Year is coming up. And what is the Lunar New Year, first of all? It's celebrated throughout Asia. It follows the lunar calendar. And this year in 2022, the New Year's Eve is today, the 31st. And typically on the 31st, it's called the reunion dinner. And it's the most important dinner of this whole year, pretty much. It's a time when family get together and they enjoy food and spending the good time and company together. And the whole idea is to put the past behind you and to look forward to a fresh start in the new year. So what we're doing today is we're going to draw a cute tiger, and we're going to draw some traditional things that are important for Lunar New Year. So if everybody has their pencil ready, got your bright, fresh piece of paper. We're going to start with a big circle in the middle. And, oh, by the way, I should mention that, of course, I'm not sure if you guys heard yet, but the tiger is the animal in the lunar calendar for 2022. So anyone born this year are going to be born in the year of the tiger. And every year is a different animal, and the calendar of the lunar calendar has 12 different animals. So depending on what year you're born, you'll be a different animal. You can Google all the different animals later on and see which animal you are. I'm personally a year of the rat, and I know it doesn't sound so nice, but what can I do? It's the year of the rat. Rats are cute, right? Maybe I'll just say a year of the mouse. That sounds nicer. So we got the big circle, and then we drew the nose there. So you want to do kind of like a rounded triangle. And then you could do this in one swoop, but you could do a big semicircle, but that will be his nose, and that will be his mouth part, as you can see. And then we just did a little hat, and then 2 ears, as you saw. You can draw the insides of the ears if you'd like. I guess we'll do his little mouth. And you can draw 2 eyes. Okay, hopefully you guys have got that so far. And if you're watching this later on, you can just pause the video if you need to catch up here. You can draw some stripes on your tiger. So you get the first stripe here, and then you can do the second stripe, and then a third one, and then we want to do some cheek stripes too. So we'll draw some pointing inward like that. Okay, so we've got his face done. I know I probably went pretty quick there because I've been drawing my whole life, but hopefully you guys can get that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to draw his Lunar New Year outfit. So we want to do an arm, and then we want to do kind of a longer body, and then we're going to do the other arm. So it kind of looks like a t-shirt, a little more square.
Hey, Rozzie, I'm going to go ahead and spotlight the drawing picture. Is that okay with you?
Oh, yes, please.
Some classes are having trouble seeing it, so we can still see your face, but now the tiger is the main focus.
Oh, yeah, that's what I would prefer for everyone to see the drawing. You don't need to see my face.
Okay, continue.
They're here for the drawing, not my face. Don't worry about it. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see this. I'll get you kind of get a feel for him right now. So to go through what we just did, a circle for his head, 2 little half circles for his ears, another half circle for his hat, and then that kind of triangle shape, another circle, and then hopefully you got that so far. Then we're going to draw his little arms. Let's do this arm first. So you go up and the thumb, and then kind of like a paw, and then we'll do the same on the other side. And the reason we're holding them upward is he's going to be holding some things just a little bit here. And then we'll just draw some stripes. So when it comes to Lunar New Year, some of the colors that we find are traditional for Lunar New Year for good luck, happiness, are red and yellow. Red represents happiness, beauty, vitality, good luck, success, and good fortune. We're just drawing the buttons on his clothing here. Draw some straight lines, and then we're going to draw some cuffs here. Just draw a straight line for the bottom, and then on the sleeves. Okay. Yellow represents richness, nobility, royalty, freedom. Same with gold. Yellow and gold are very popular to go with red. And that's why you see it on everything that's related to Lunar New Year. Let's just draw his bottom here. So let's do his feet. Okay, and then we're going to draw some stripes. And don't forget his tail, because that's like the most important part of tiger, right? So just kind of draw an S shape. And then we can do a couple lines for stripes. Everybody with me? I hope so. Okay, so on his hand here, let's draw a big orange. So just draw a big circle. And then a stem and a leaf. Oranges and tangerines represent happiness and abundance. They also represent abundant harvest, because that's traditionally very important to the farmers. Everyone wants a lot of prosperity in that way too. They represent wealth and good luck. And then some of the things at the traditional dinners, we always have a fish. Traditionally, it's served whole. So we're going to draw a fish there. Hopefully you guys got that. Fish represents surplus and prosperity. And the word fish in Chinese, it's pronounced yu in Cantonese. It is similar to the words surplus and prosperity in Chinese. So that's why fish are important. So whole fish, we'll draw a little eye there. I like to draw a little fin here, and might as well give him a smile. And you can do some lines on the tail if you'd like. Oh, let's give him a top fin. And you can draw some scales. Okay. And then another traditional dish that we have at dinner is chicken. Chicken represents togetherness, rebirth, symbolic of the family. I'm just going to draw it almost like a big pear shape. Chickens also represent unity, prosperity, and wholeness as a group. So that's why they represent family. We just did a little beak there. Let's give it an eye, and let's do that kind of gobbly thing and a bit of a tail. There's your chicken. And then we're going to do a bowl of noodles. Let's draw that bowl there. Nice and big. Take up a lot of space there. And noodles, when they're long, represent long life. So I'm gonna draw a pair of chopsticks holding noodles up in the air. So those lines are my noodles. And we're gonna take a marker to the whole thing, just a little bit, so it blackens the lines. But we're just gonna work on the pencil drawing for now. So here's the bowl. You can do some kind of pattern in here if you like. I'm gonna do a bit of a representation of waves, water. So just do some wavy lines if you'd like. As you know, bowls have all kinds of patterns, so you guys can feel free to draw what you'd like in there. But I felt like doing something ocean related in mine. And then we're gonna draw some bamboo. So when you have bamboo, I'm gonna draw 3 of them in my drawing here, and the 3 of them represent 3 kinds of luck: happiness, long life, and wealth. So you can draw 3 long sticks. And then draw little lines in them to break them up. And that's the little sections of bamboo. They don't have to be perfect, just kind of irregular is even nice, because when it's too uniform and even, it looks a little machine made, but bamboo, as you know, is organic and grows naturally. So it's always a little different and they're all unique. So we drew the 3 bamboos here. Let's add some leaves. What you want to do for leaves is you want to draw a little line, and then you can draw some leaves like this. 1, 2, and then 3. Oops, I bumped that camera, sorry. You can do that again. Draw a line anywhere on the bamboo, just coming off from it. And then at the end of it, draw 1 leaf. And then on another part, another leaf. And then another leaf. You can repeat this as many times as you'd like. Looking like bamboo so far. Another line. And you know what? They don't have to be perfect. You can even do a shorter stick and do 3 kind of near the end of it, or just do the leaves right off the bamboo. Just kind of wherever you'd like. It actually looks quite nice when you spread them out. Okay, so you can give him a kind of a landline here. Let's ground the guy who's not floating in the air now. Okay, I don't know if you guys have followed along to this point here, but now that we did it in pencil, I'm going to get my black marker out and just go over the whole thing. So I've been drawing my whole life since I was probably all of your guys' age. But I remember when I was in elementary school, I was probably 7, 8. I remember I loved to draw comics and I loved to draw cartoons, and I would repeat pretty much like copy drawings of things I liked. And that's how I learned how to draw. You look at different pictures and things that inspire you, and you just learn to draw those drawings. And then one day you'll be able to make your own, or actually probably can already do that from the beginning. But if you just want to learn how to draw, you can get inspiration from what other people do. So I'm just going over all my pencil lines with my black marker. You can fill in those stripes on the tiger with your black marker. At this point, you can do that. So we're almost like we're making our own coloring page. But it's nice to start with the pencil, because then you can erase if you wanted to redo any of the lines. So I'm pretty much going through the process of what we did, but in reverse order. So when you guys see someone like me who's an adult who draws like pretty fast and really well, it's because I've got so many years of drawing under my belt and so much practice. But I don't be too hard on yourselves if you're slower. I just have lots of control because I've been drawing so much. I looked at a lot of books when I was young too on drawing, and it shows the step by step. And when it breaks it down into an order of things, then it's easy to process. Okay, got his feet and his legs. And then with his tail, we can do those lines again and then fill in alternating sections with the black. Coming together, I'm gonna do the orange. And then our fish. I love fish. Very healthy. Totally reminds me of my childhood. We'd always get together for Chinese New Year, especially. Okay. And on the topic of colors again, the color white is actually not a good color. You don't want to be wearing white. White represents bad luck, loss, and mourning. It's not a pleasant color for the Lunar New Year. So don't wear white for the next 2 weeks. Okay. I actually had a white hair accessory yesterday, and I saw my mom, and she's like, reminded me, don't wear white. I was like, oh no, I forgot. Sorry, Mom. So my bad. So I'm wearing red today because to make up for wearing white yesterday. So that's another thing. It's the Lunar New Year. It's very pleasant and good luck to wear red. Okay, just got the bamboo left, guys. Going back to doing the stumps. Just do 3 really long rectangles. And then the lines in between. There we go. Those are the sections of bamboo. And then the leaves. Don't worry. Once you draw a couple, you'll get really fast at it. They're just pointy almond shapes. And when you go home and you want to do some more drawing, you could even do just a drawing of bamboo. I mean, that's quite nice already, of just the plant itself. The reason why I wanted bamboo in here, not only for the reasons of good luck and all that, it's quite a really cool plant. And then we'll do the land line, so he's not floating. Oh, I should fill in his nose. I'm not sure if you guys did that or not. Let's give him a cute nose. All right. So whenever you're done coloring in or doing all the black outlines, feel free to grab your colors. Whether you got pencil crayons or markers. I grabbed the red. So let's make his Lunar New Year shirt red. So what I like to do is I like to outline it first. I find that then I do a little more concentration to do the outline because you got to be a little more careful around the edges. And then now I can just leisurely color in the middle. and it doesn't have to be like super perfect. So I like to go back and forth. And it's kind of cool. You can see a bit of the texture of the line marks. That's what I like about different tools and different coloring materials. They all have different textures, and if I did this in pencil crayon, it would look a little different. Crayons as well. I thought markers would show up the best on camera for you guys, and that markers are the most accessible. Like, who doesn't have markers, right? So I like to use yellow or gold for this project here. So I'm not sure what you guys have on hand, but whether it's yellow or gold, both are great. And we'll just fill in the bottom and the sleeves of his shirt. I put that yellow, but if you happen to have gold as well, feel free to, you can do a pattern in here. I'm doing dots, so it's kind of like glittery. You can even do stripes or just fill it in solid. Anything goes, really. Oh, don't forget his buttons. Okay. His shirt is done. I should probably color in his orange, hey? Would he be a tiger if he wasn't orange? Okay. Sometimes I even have a scrap paper on the side. Make sure my markers are working. This one's a little dry. Maybe this one's better. So again, I like to fill in the outside on my larger shapes. And then I can leisurely fill in the rest of him without worrying about going outside the lines. So if you have fat markers, it'll color in pretty quick, but skinny markers will take a little while. Let's do his ears. And his arms. I know I don't have to teach you guys how to color. You probably already know how to color, but part of the drawing, right? Oops, I went out the lines a little bit. Oops. It's okay. Nobody will notice except me and now you, because I talked about it. Okay. I wish I was Year of the Tiger. It's a pretty cool animal. That or the dragon. Those are the coolest animals on the zodiac. The orange. That's orange, isn't it? What rhymes with orange? Orange. Nothing rhymes with orange. Okay, so this one I kind of colored in like that. You guys doing good? I'm sorry if I'm zipping through this. If you have a light brown or like a beige, like light peach, we can do his face here, or we can do a yellow. I think I'll just do a yellow for, because not everyone has kind of a peach color or beige. Let's do yellow. You guys have a pink marker? If you've got a pink marker, we can do that in his ears if you'd like. You know, I'm gonna make the ground pink. Whatever is colorful is awesome for a Lunar New Year. Just color is always better than no color when it comes to the Lunar New Year and what my mom always says looks good for this time of year for what to wear and decorate colorful. Okay, so you just saw me just scribble in the bottom here. That's pretty much how I treat the ground when I do drawings. I just do a bunch of lines back and forth. The reason why we do a ground is it anchors the drawing at the bottom. So it gives it some weight and makes it more substantial. That's why I like to add a ground or some kind of background in the drawings that I do. I say what green meant. When it comes to colors, green, it represents wealth and fertility, hope, harmony, and growth. Okay, so I grabbed 2 shades of green. If you just have one, that's no problem too. But if you happen to have 2, I would do maybe the leaves, just kind of target the leaves first. Just kind of follow the line that you drew for one side of it. Let's just say the left side. You can just kind of mostly color it in. I was going to layer it with the light green too. That's what I'm trying to do here. Just do that. And then since I have the 2 shades here, I'm going to do maybe the right hand side with the dark green. So I just kind of follow the line that I drew for the bamboo with the dark green. Almost like you're outlining it again with one of the greens. And then you can take your other shade of green and just fill in what you haven't drawn already with the other green. Went over that a couple times. Wow, that really changes the drawing altogether, doesn't it? So I'm just filling in the leaves. Is any of the leaves I missed? Or it's white still? There we go. Oh, his hat should be red, shouldn't it? Can't believe I left his hat like that. Okay. Fill that in, and let's do yellow or gold at the end of it. Let's do blue for the fish. I use a light blue. And then the chicken, what color are chickens? White and red. I think they're red on their gobbly things. That's the official term. And then yellow for the beak. And then noodles, let's make noodles yellow. There's all kinds of noodles. You got egg noodles, rice noodles. Let's make these egg noodles are usually yellow. The bowl, whatever other color you happen to have, purple, blue, maybe, because we haven't done any of those colors yet in this drawing. Blue. Blue is a healing color, represents trust, long life. I'm gonna do the bottom dark blue too. And the other blue for the inside of that kind of ocean wave that I drew earlier. I didn't do the leaf of the orange, I forgot. I don't know if you guys did that on your own, colored the leaf in. Okay, hopefully you guys have, oh, I forgot to do the black on the eye of the chicken. Okay, so this could be a completed drawing at this point. If you want to do more things, I'm going to add a lantern. Oh, I also wanted to mention part of the Lunar New Year tradition is to give and receive lucky red packets. And traditionally, red packets is very common to see during the Lunar New Year. Our parents would gift them to us, our grandparents. It's something that usually the elders give to the kids. They have money inside, or coins, or chocolate, or candy. So something good is inside. And when you give it to your loved ones, of course, it again represents happiness, wealth, prosperity. It's almost like everything here represents prosperity, wealth, and happiness. But this is a very common, since you guys are in the drawing as the main image here. This is an example of the lucky red packet. So my whole life I've been receiving these from my parents, and so I've been very lucky. But I wanted to show it to you guys, and we could probably draw one in here. If you got room on the side or above your tiger, I'm going to here, I got some room. So you just draw a rectangle, and then let's do a flower on this one. How about a lotus flower? So to do that, I would do 3 leaves, and then maybe 2 more thinner leaves. So it's 5 leaves, and then some lower ones. Just draw a couple spiky lines there. And then we can do kind of a flower shape. Kind of like popcorn. The red packets have all kinds of patterns. There's no standard format of the kind of decoration on these red packets. So this one has flowers, a banner, cherry blossoms, koi fish, and then the symbol, a Chinese character for good luck. And this one happened to be from a bank. Okay. Red packets are always red, hence the name red packet. I'm going to fill it in with red, and then the decorations will be in gold or yellow. Okay. And then I was thinking, if you guys have room and you wanted to, you can write a phrase on here, like Happy New Year 2022, Year of the Tiger would be another nice phrase you can put on here. You can also write positive things like wishing you good health, good luck in the coming year. I think I'll put Happy Lunar New Year is what I'm going to write. And I'm going to pick a color that we didn't use too much, the dark blue, just for some contrast. I think you guys probably, I would just go right in there with marker myself, but let's do it with pencil first so you can see where it's going to go. And then you can erase if you don't like where it went. Let's go Happy Lunar New Year. Maybe I can even alternate colors. I'm going to do happy and blue, let's say. Just tracing over the lines we just did. And then I'll grab a green. Let's do red. And then you can make it nice and easy to read. Happy Lunar New Year. Pink. Yeah, let's do pink for the word year. Exclamation mark. Other things you can draw if you're as fast as I am. You can do stars. I would pick a light color to do these things, maybe. Like I picked yellow because stars are often yellow. So I did a 4-point star by doing kind of curved lines on the outside and then filling it in. I'll do one more here. So you do a curved line, another curved line, and then another curved line. Just fill it in. So you just kind of put them randomly where you have a bit of space. I like to fill in my drawings, and the empty space gives it a little more completed look. Stars are usually kind of in the upper portions of things because they're in the air, you know. So we'll do a couple more. Sure, why not here? Do varying sizes. So it gives it some interest and some variety. So if they're all the same size, it won't look like a glimmering star. It looks like what is that? It looks, when stars, they twinkle, there's different sizes, right? So there's little twinkles and bigger twinkles. So that's why I try to do some big ones and small ones. Let's do a small one here. Really little one. Yeah, and then we want them they're never on the same plane in the way, you know, like they're kind of up and down and lots of variety in where they are. I think I'm going to outline those in black now that I kind of drew them like that. I think they'll look good with a bit of an outline. Because I find with markers, as you can see with the yellow, the outline is kind of uneven, and I'm sure that some of you guys are probably getting that too. So that I find if you have a nice fresh black marker, you can do some, you can concentrate and try your best to do a smooth line, a nice crisp sharp line, and it'll really make that pop and gets the point across that they're sharp stars, not kind of, there we go. Do you think that makes a difference, guys? I think it does. Nice and sharp. This one especially, that one is really rough. Yeah, once I do for some reason I have better control over this black marker than those color ones. I think it's the tip. This is a pointy tip, and the other ones were a chisel tip. So it had like a sharper end and then a chunkier end, and so it was harder to control. But I was working pretty fast. So if you're slow and you have a smaller marker, you won't have that problem. I have that gold marker. I'm just gonna add a little dazzle. So I'm just going to outline the stars just on the upper left portion. It's almost like a highlight, like that. I'm not sure. Oh, I don't know if it shows up actually. It doesn't really show up so great, but when you're highlighting things and accenting them, if you have a sparkly marker like I do, I like to put them in the upper left corner or line. You notice what I'm doing on the upper left portions? I'm doing this highlight because if you were to imagine where the light's hitting it, I'm targeting the light from the upper left corner, almost like you took a lamp and you shone it down at the drawing. Where does it hit on those lines? It's going to hit the upper left corner side. So that's why I'm adding the glitter to the left side. And then you can do, I'm just going to do the left sides in all of them then, because why not? And if you have more time, you can just kind of use your gold marker around your drawing. So I'm just outlining the tiger guy a little bit with the marker, adding some glitter, glittery marker. Just kind of outlining him on the lines that are at the top and then on the left. So the sun would hit him on the left here. The sun would hit him here a bit. I just outline him completely. Actually, probably look really good still. Maybe I'll just do that to keep it simple, guys. If you just wanted to outline him wherever you wanted. He looks good with gold everywhere. A little gold never hurt nobody, right? You can do this to the bowl of noodles. Oh, chicken. You get gold too. The red packet. I think I'm overdoing it now. There is an art to stopping, but just keep going. So I'm kind of adding the gold onto the lines that hit the top and on the left again. This is a paint marker. The brand's called Posca. It's available all over the world. It's a very good brand for anyone that wants to find this particular marker. It comes in all colors, as well as gold, silver, and it's actually one of my favorite brands of markers, and I use it a lot. And I'm not sponsored by them. I wish I was, but I I bought a lot of these markers and I use it a lot in my work because they're such good quality.
Hey, Rozzie, as we're wrapping up, by the way, this tiger is adorable and I love this drawing. Can you talk a little bit about your work as an artist and what you do around Calgary?
Oh, absolutely. Thank you. So what I do full time, I do art. I'm an artist that works around Calgary and Alberta area. I do a lot of paintings actually, and a lot of work with chalk. So murals, chalkboard signs, outdoor chalk sidewalk art during the summer, spring seasons. I do work for people as well as businesses. So for example, if you're a restaurant and you need a menu board for what you sell, they're looking for someone with nice writing. And I can be that person. And they hire me to write out their menu on either a chalkboard that they have already or a chalkboard that I can supply. Sometimes I even end up doing art right on the walls for these businesses. So I would call it a commercial artist.
But how did you learn, especially like with the lettering, how did you learn how to do that?
I actually looked at a lot of books and other people's work to see examples of nice writing. And then I practiced it myself. So if you see work that you think is amazing, sometimes trying to do something similar yourself is a good way to start. That'll get you practice and become almost like a language and how to write, but in a nice way. It really is muscle memory when it comes to writing. The more you do it, the better you'll get at it. So practice makes perfect is a good way to put it. I do a lot of lettering in my day-to-day work. I find a lot of people need help with the writing. I practice calligraphy actually, and that's something that there's lots of online tutorials for, as well as books from the store. You can get books to practice lettering in. So I'm just doing a bit of an outline on the letters here.
I asked in the chat if any of the students who are watching right now have any questions for Rozzie. Feel free to post them in the YouTube chat and I can ask. Give them an opportunity to get the questions in. And I know a lot of us will be joining later in the week when Rozzie's not going to be live. So if you have any burning questions, feel free to email them to Jube School or ask us on social media. I know Rozzie and I would love to see your tigers. So as you finish them, please feel free to tag us on social media. We'll make sure that Rozzie sees them. We are at Jube School on everything. And you can also email them to us. And anyone who registered for this class has our email address. You can send us pictures. We'd love to see them. I am the year of the tiger, Rozzie. I'm very excited about that.
You're so lucky.
Yes. It's very exciting.
Happy year of the tiger for you. That's so cool.
Thank you so much.
You're
yes,
lucky. I want a cool animal.
Yeah, I feel like one of my sisters might be a rat. Maybe I'm memorizing that or remembering it wrong, but I feel like they felt the same way. Like, oh man, like, come on.
The rat and then the snake. Like neither of them sound great.
No.
Like if you're year the dog, the ox, those are okay, right? Like they're nice. The horse, a monkey, dragon I mentioned earlier. I'm missing some. Pig, you're the pig.
Yep.
A lot of animals. My mom is a monkey, and then my dad is a horse, and my brother is a dog. And then if you look up the zodiac and kind of the superstitions of it, certain animals get along better or not. Like there's lots of those kind of stories you can read up about, you know. But
do you know, like, if it's your year, so like, you're the tiger, it's my year, is that lucky or not lucky for me? Like, what does that mean? Or is it anything?
My mom would be the one I would always ask, and she
Yeah.
says it's not that lucky of your own year. I don't
Yeah.
know why she says that, because we all want the answer of it. Yes, it's your lucky
This
year.
is my year. Yeah.
But she says it. She says you have to be more careful. And I'm like, what
That's
does
what
that
I
mean?
heard too. I heard somebody say that. I was like, oh, that's the opposite of what I thought.
I know. That's not what you want to hear. Just think what you want, I think, at the end of the day.
Well, that's awesome.
But
Rozzie,
you know what?
this looks so good. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was thinking that sometimes people try to have babies in the year of the animal that they like. So if it's like year of the dragon or something, everyone's like, okay, I'm going to have a baby in that year. That's so funny, right? Try to control the year of their kid.
Oh my goodness, that gets complicated.
Yeah.
This looks so great, and
Oh, thank you.
I feel like all of our classes are probably catching up or are just finishing, and I'd love to give them an opportunity to find you on social media. So do you want to let them know what your handle is?
Absolutely. If you guys want to find me on social media, Instagram, first of all, would be the main spot that I put my latest work. It's at Calgary, Calgary, Chalk, Chalk, artist. So Calgary Chalk Artist is my business name. Mainly, I started doing a lot of chalkboards, and that's how I got my start in doing art for people. And now I've ventured out to do a lot more other things like paintings and digital work as well. But chalk is kind of the staple of my business for a lot of my projects. So that is my business name. If you guys want to find me, I'm also on Facebook, Twitter. Yeah, if you have any questions, I would love to hear from you guys. And like Carly said, I'm so excited to see your drawings. I bet they're really cute.
I can't wait to see them. Please feel free again to send them to us. If you have any questions for us, please send them our way. And I feel like we'll say goodbye and happy Lunar New Year to everybody. Thank you so much for joining us, Rozzie. This was so fun, and I truly can't wait to see
Thank you so much for having me. It meant a lot that you guys had me here. So I really appreciate the time with you guys.
Thank you for joining us. For everybody watching, we have our Black History Month workshop start on Wednesday. So you can go to, I'll put the link in the chat to where you can sign up and join us for those. Have a great